Morning guys, today I'm going to walk you guys through a review of the X-1 Mini. I've been using it for 4 months, 4 months. Share with you guys all the little tips and tricks that I've been learning along the way. I do plan on filming a efficiency training video on how to efficiently juice on the X-1 Mini. But this is just a review of all the little things I've been learning. If you guys are looking for specific recipes and apples or we've done ginger shot videos, we've done pumpkin press videos, I've done single versus batch press cycles. If you're looking for something specific, check out the X-1 Mini playlist linked down in the description. If I had to describe this machine in one word, it's simple. It's very straight to the point, it gets the job done. It's very user friendly and it's easy. It's easy to juice on, it's easy to use. It's all one machine, so the grinder's attached. It's very simple, it's all one process. It's ground up here and then goes straight into the press chamber. There's 2 options, single and batch cycle. The single is 1 minute 40 seconds, I think, and the batch cycle is somewhere around 3 minutes. If you guys want to get more in depth than that, again, check out the single versus batch press cycle. I compare different fruits and vegetables. The assembly is really easy, I'll show you guys. So the press chamber is just 4 pieces. Goes together in seconds. One mistake that I've made a few times is I forget to put the juice tray into the... It's just one of those pieces you don't really think about. And then I'll start pressing and there'll be juice going everywhere. So always remember to put your juice tray in there. It is helpful to have 2 juice pitchers because when you empty out your juice into your filler, this is still going to be leaking. Assembling the hopper, this is considered the hopper slash grinder. It's really easy. This orange ring. This part is important, and we'll talk about why when we disassemble this. But never put this on too tight. Just tighten it enough to where it kind of catches and spins. We call that the alligator knob. It's actually called the agitator knob. Next, it says attach the alligator knob. No, agitator. Well, now it's being called alligator. Watch our unboxing if you want that to make sense. But just tighten it just enough to where the plate starts to spin. And then this little silver ring has a top. And your little shield. This clips right here. This will be in the X-1 Mini training video I make, but we keep our press bags and our gloves right here. Press bag goes into the chamber and hooks onto these little metal hooks on the top and on the side there. Close it, and we put on the top. And we are ready to juice. About to juice up some sweet greens. This is just apple, kale, and lemon. It's one of our best sellers. There's one thing that you take away from this video. Always weigh out your press cycles. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I like to explode press bags. Even though I know it's never gonna work, if you stick around a 3-pound press cycle, you are likely not going to explode anything. The hard part is you get to the end of a press cycle and you have a few apples or a few pieces of kale and you want to smash it into the press bag thinking that, oh, it'll be okay. It's going to explode. Always just weigh out your press bags. You're going to have a lot cleaner juicer and a lot less headaches. If you stick to the 3-pound press cycle, this machine doesn't need babysat. You are free to do other things. So zero out your tray. These juice trays, if it's a metal one, weighs 2 pounds. If it's a plastic one, it weighs 1 pound. We keep our big bin of produce and then we weigh it out. Another cool thing about the X-1 Mini is that the grinder can handle hard vegetables, soft vegetables, kale, all at the same time. So you don't have to switch any grinding knobs or change any settings. It's all one. It's just easy, it's simple. As far as filling the press chamber to a certain level, this isn't a big, I never think about this. Hitting shred with the press chamber closed is going to initiate the blade in there. If the chamber is open, it will shut off. The blade will slowly stop spinning. If it's closed, it'll automatically start. I hold the hopper shut with my left hand and then use the plunger with my right hand. When you open this hopper, the blade does take a minute to stop, so things are flying around in there. If you can open it and cover the opening, it allows you to open the hopper faster and fill it faster, and you also won't get a kale facial. It's way faster. To stop this shredding, you just hit stop. Anytime kale is involved, I always do a batch press cycle. Make sure your pitcher is under there. I've done that before. Kale does way better on a batch cycle. Again, if you guys want to watch that video, it's linked down in the X1 Mini playlist. Very first thing I do when I press the batch cycle is I weigh out the next one so it's ready to go. I have around 3 pounds weighed out here, but I only have a few apples left. I would try and smash that into a press bag, but I know that it will just break and explode and cause a ruckus. Easy way to get around that is just to reuse your reusable press bag if you don't want to waste another press bag. Really simple. You just dump it out. So the few minutes in between press cycles is really nice because it allows you to prep whatever you have to do. To get maximum yield out of this machine, you need to constantly, and this goes for anything, you need to constantly be feeding the juicer. The juicer needs to be running all the time. I'm efficiently able to make probably 100 to 200. What do you think we max out on this machine at? A day? I'd say 150, 200. Yeah, probably top out at 100, but that's a function of the juicer and how well experienced you are. And there's a lot of variables that go into that. But this juicer is perfect for a small juicer, just an entry level juicer. This juicer is perfect. It's so hands off. You pick it up very quickly, and you're able to adapt really well as far as what you need to make and what your customers want. You can easily make 20 to 30 juices like that very fast. And so much has changed, especially as a new juicer. You just don't know what your customers, just don't know what to expect yet. So you don't know how much juices you're going to be making, what people are going to be ordering. There's a lot of freedom in the simplicity of this machine, which is what we really, really love. As the cycle is ending, you'll hear it go like psh, and that's normally a signal in my mind to grab the pitcher, the 3-gallon filler. And I always open up the press chamber and change my press bag immediately. There have been a few times where I've emptied the pitcher first and then I've come back to the machine and I've started grinding stuff into an already full and press bag, and it's just been a mess. So get in the habit of, as soon as the press cycle empties, change your bag immediately. So you know when you come back to that juicer that it's ready to go. And after you do this a few 100 times a day, you kind of glaze over. So it's nice to have systems and procedures in place and just kind of get in the process of training yourself. Then I always put this back in the fridge, and my press cycle's already weighed out. Today we're about to leave for JuiceCon in California, and we are kind of just making things on demand. We really value making things fresh and keeping only what we're gonna sell in the fridge. So this juicer allows us to do that, whereas an X1, it would be a totally different ballpark as far as being able to make 5 sweet greens really quick and put them in the fridge. With that being said, if you're making over 100 to 200 juices a day, that's just not realistic to use the X1 Mini for that. It's not designed for that. When we upgrade to an X1, which we are reaching that point, I think that we will still use this machine a lot. The value in being able to make a small batch very quickly makes this machine inexpensive. Do you think we'd ever get rid of the X1? Do you think we'd ever get rid of the Mini while we have the X1? I don't think so either. It's too good at what it does.
The big words were so excited to meet and greet you this weekend.
Aww.
That was so fun.
We're gonna have a blast. Talking about meeting all you guys at JuiceCon. We leave tonight. On the juice truck, the Samick was really loud. The Samick is the grinder for the CT7. If you guys want to see George's review of the CT7 to get a good comparison, I'll link that below. The Samick was so, like, we had to stop talking to grind the produce. With the X1 Mini, it's so much quieter. We could talk while we're juicing, while we're grinding stuff. There's a noticeable difference. If you are a well-behaved juicer and measure out your press bag, cleanup is going to be a lot easier. If you do overfill your press bag, which you will, I still do it after thousands of times of using this machine, things are going to break. Ginger shots. I always break the bag on ginger shots. This is going to get messy and dirty. You can remove this chamber, take it to your sink, and just wash it. You can also take the hopper off. In between nut milks and juices, we sanitize the machine. So cleanup is really easy. I'll show you guys how I do it real quick in 3 stages. First the hopper, and then the press chamber, and then the juicer itself. I use a big bowl to carry everything from here to the sink. Less trips, more efficient. We're efficiency ambassadors. Take everything but the alligator knob, agitator knob, and the plate, and I wash this. Fill up a little thing of water. This works with a juice tray too. Just use either one. Give it a little rinse. This is one of the only cons of this juicer, but it's not a problem once you figure out how to do it. After juicing like all day, this knob will tighten itself on here very tight to the point where you can't get it off with your hands. Even our dad has tried sometimes to get it off, but there's a really easy fix. Just use a towel and some needle nose pliers and build a little leverage here. Sometimes even just, and I'm pretty sure Robin said that they're coming up with a tool to help fix this, so it's not even a problem. You just wedge the towel there and give it a, just needs a little, and then it twists right off. Alligator knob and the plate just going here. Then I grab some soapy water and our brush just to give it a good scrub. Use the pitcher to block the bubbles from hitting your face. Unlatch this here. You can bring it down to where the lip of this rests directly into your juice tray or bowl, and that way the water doesn't run. There's a little bit, but the water doesn't run all over the Mini. Press chamber and everything goes all into one. Tray, pitchers, and then while I'm here, I like to just sanitize the machine quick. Alright guys, that wraps it up for the mini review. We love this juicer. It's so versatile. You can do everything from nut milks to carrot juices to pumpkins to apple juice. It's so easy to use. It's hands off. It doesn't need babysat. You can get a lot of work done while it's juicing, which is... What are you laughing at?
I do like a good red or black nail. I think it's a little BA.
We're going to get our nails done after this for JuiceCon. If you guys are just starting your juice business, this is an incredible juicer to start with. You're able to make a decent amount of juice and still make small enough batches that an X1 wouldn't be able to otherwise. It's crazy because the CT7 and the Mini, these weren't even options a couple years ago. I'm so excited to see where the juicing industry goes from here. We're going to JuiceCon tonight. You think there's going to be like, I don't know, are they going to drop some new tech on us?
No, the book, there's a book launch.
I think juiceries are going to get back to made to order. I think that's where the juicing industry is going. We'll see.
You can tell when I'm really excited when I'm probably super hyped.
We leave for JuiceCon tonight at like midnight, something. We'll be in California tomorrow afternoon. So it's gonna be crazy. We're so excited to meet all you guys. That's like the #1 thing that we're most excited for. Finally meet all you guys. You guys have supported us for all these years and watched us grow, and so excited. We'll see you guys soon. Again, if you're looking for X1 Mini videos, there's a whole playlist. You can watch us make our nut milks, our ginger shots, a lot of recipes on the Mini, and more videos to come. So subscribe, guys. We love sharing our journey with you guys in our juicery. There's so much to come. Thank you guys for following along. We will see you at JuiceCon. Bye.